Hi, my name is Samantha and welcome to today's video. Today we are starting our 600 jar opener challenge. Let's get into it. Today is February 1st and we have all of our items ready to go. I already posted a video that told you guys all the prep work that I did leading up to this. It took me over 30 hours to prep everything and get it ready to go so that we can be successful for this month's It took me over 30 hours to prep everything so we could be successful for this month's challenge. The last thing I need to do is take piles of 60 fabric and 60 shelf liner and put them into 2-gallon bags with different letters in them. So each piece of paper has the 10 first letters of the alphabet. And that is just to help me signify what each bag is, because I don't want to write on the bag itself so I can reuse it many times. We are going to do 10 bags of 60 this year. In previous years, it took about 8.5 minutes per jar opener, which means each bag should take about 8.5 hours of labor. Last year we did packs of 8 bags. This year I want to do 10 bags because I felt like some of the steps were too much to handle with the quantities that we had. So we're going to do smaller amounts in each bag this year. I'm going to go ahead and get these put in the bags and then we can get started on step 1. Now we've got everything in the bags. So I love using the bag bin system because the entire 600 jar opener challenge fits in this bin right here, and I can move it on and off my table. I can take it with me wherever I need to go, and I know exactly what it is that I'm working on. So we're going to start with bag A. We have our fabric and our shelf liner. Now I don't know if I counted the fabric correctly in each one of these bags because it's a little tricky. Like, I'm not going to sit there and count 60, but I did count the shelf liner. So I know that the shelf liner is exactly 60 in every single bag. So as I go about doing these, fabric might move from bag to bag to even out to 60 each. But I'll give you a quick, show you every single bag real quick. So we've got A, B, C, D, E, throw these back in. F, G, H, I, J. So we've got it all prepped and ready to go. I'm going to go ahead and start working on these. I will give you an update every once in a while on how it's going, and then you guys will be seeing this video probably in March. And I'm looking forward to showing you a live update on February 11th, I believe it is. Obviously that video will already be posted before this one. But anyways, thank you for coming along for the challenge, and I'll see you in the next clip. February 2nd check-in. So we have all of the bags. They have been pinned together. So all of the shelf liner is pinned on the first piece of fabric, and that took about 4.5 hours, 27 minutes per. I've got 10 bags labeled A through J. So this is my plan between sew and pin, tag and trim, and turn and pin, and then top stitch. So I'm hoping that I can accomplish it in this goal. On the 15th, I have plans outside of the home that I won't be able to work on the jar openers at all, but I'm hoping by following this plan, I will be done 2 days early. We will see how it goes. I will give you another update. And this is the 6 jar openers that did not make the cut. Day 3 update. So bag B has been sewn and pinned. That took 2.25 hours. And so next up is bag C, sew and pin. I'm wondering if I can knock this out in 1 hour. I did have a couple setbacks on B because I had to like put the walking foot on, get it all set up. So I think I can do this within an hour. That's the goal. Day 4 update. So we completed bag C to sew and pin. It took 1 hour, 20 minutes. I should not have been writing 1.25. I confused myself. So the first day was 1 hour 23 and the second day was 1 hour 20. So that was bag C, and now we're moving on to bag D. So I'm assuming this is going to take 1 hour 20 as well. Day 5 update. So on day 4, we went ahead and got bags D and E pinned and sewn. It took 1 hour 22 per bag, so it took 2 hours and 45 minutes. Today we are going to work on bag F, so we are a day ahead. Day 6 update. We are ahead of schedule, which is amazing. So bag F, we sewed and pinned yesterday. It took hour 24, so right on track with the other bags. So this guy is done for that step. Today is the 6th. We're supposed to do bag F, but what I'm going to do instead is I want to do bags B and C. I want to get these guys tagged and trimmed because Sunday is the Super Bowl and I don't know if I'm going to go out and do delivery orders or not. And I want to be able to do something when I'm out of the house. I also have these papers prepped for tomorrow, Saturday. I am planning on doing the live sew-a-thon. And so I'll have this up on the screen so that like people, if they log in at any time, they'll know what's going on. And then I can write here like how long each step took. Because like if I'm sewing, I'm not going to be able to be talking. So this is going to be the talking, and then like if I have to use a restroom or anything, like I can put this on so that if somebody happens to log on to the live, they're not like, oh, why is she having a live and she's not even there? So we'll see how this weekend goes, but that is the plan. Day 7 update. So on day 6, we got bags B and C tagged and trimmed. That took 3 hours and 6 minutes. And today we are going to work on bag A. We're doing this on the live. So we're going to do this from start to finish. So after today, we will have 60 jar openers that are completely done. Day 8 update. So yesterday was our sew-a-thon. We got this whole bag completed. So bag A is done. We already had the pinning done. The sew and pin took an hour 13. Tag and trim took an hour 35. Turn and pin took an hour 22. Top stitch took an hour 10. So in total, it took 5 hours and 47 minutes for all 5 steps. So that's about 5 minutes, 47 seconds per jar opener. If you want to watch that live, I will have it linked down below. And so today our goal is to take bag B and C, and we want to turn them and pin them. So we are on step 4. If I have time tonight when I get home from being out and about, then I will top stitch, but we'll see. So we'll see what ends up happening. I have the intention of turning and pinning both of these. If I only end up doing one and then I only end up top stitching one, that's fine. But we'll see. I anticipate doing 2 steps, whether that's turn, or if that's turn and top stitch. I don't know. We'll see how today goes. Maybe I'll do all 4 steps. Not sure. But we are doing very well. We are ahead of schedule. Day 9 update. So yesterday on the 8th, we handled bag B and C. So these 2 guys have been tagged and turned and pinned, and that took an hour 12 each, so 2 hours and 24 minutes. And I went ahead and erased the days we've already done. So we are 3 days ahead of schedule. At this point, we're going to finish 5 days early. I have a strong hope that we can finish this and I can have it edited and posted for the 25th. We will see. Today we are going to work on bag D, and we are going to get this guy tagged and trimmed. So this should take about an hour 20. Day 10 update. So yesterday we got bag D tagged and trimmed. It took an hour 45. Today we are going to be working on bag E, and we are going to tag and trim this bag, which would have been on the 12th. So then we are once again 2 days ahead. Day 11 update. Yesterday we did bag E, tag and trim. That took an hour 43. I just didn't do the strawberry one. I'm waiting to do all the strawberries together so that I use the best ones for the exterior. And then today we are going to work on bag G. We have 2 steps to do. We're going to sew and pin and tag and trim. So we're going to go ahead and get this done. Day 12 update. Yesterday was bag G, and we got that sewn and pin and tagged and trim. It took 3 hours and 2 minutes. Yesterday was also our live. It was the work in progress live to see where we're at. We're doing very well so far. Today is bag F, and we're going to get this guy tagged and trimmed. Day 14 update. So yesterday we did bag D, turned and pinned. That took an hour 54. Today we are going to work on bag E, turn and pin. I will give you an update tomorrow. Day 16 update. So yesterday the 15th we did nothing, and on the 14th we got bag E tagged and turned. Again, we're waiting on the strawberry ones. This took an hour 8. So today's task is bags F and G to turn and pin both of these guys. Day 17 update. Yesterday we got bags F and G. turned and pinned. And I did realize I was supposed to write day 13 and 14 in green, so I just circled those. So yesterday the first bag took an hour 15, second bag took an hour and 2 minutes. So in total that took 2 hours and 17 minutes. Today we are sew and pinning bag H. Day 18 update. Yesterday we got bag H sewn and pinned, and that took an hour 30. Today we are supposed to tag and trimmed bag H. However, that would involve changing the foot and the thread. So what I'm going to do is, instead of I'm flipping these 2 days, 18 and 19. So today we are going to sew and pin bag I, and then on Thursday we will tag and trim bag H. And I don't know why I wrote the same thing twice, so that would be that the 20th would be bag H tag and trim. So we are on track. Day 19 update. So yesterday, the 18th, we worked on bag I, and we sewed and pinned. It took an hour 32. So then today we're going to be working on bag H, and we are going to be tag and trimming it. Day 20 update. Yesterday we tagged and trimmed bag H. This took 2 hours. That was definitely longer than I expected. Today we are going to turn and pin bag H. So we're deviating from the plan a little, but we're going to get something done. Day 21 update. So yesterday we worked on bag H. It was turned and pinned. That took an hour 18 minutes. Today we're supposed to do J start to finish, but we're going to do I, and we are going to tag and trim. Day 22 update. So yesterday we worked on bag I, and we got it tagged and trimmed. That took an hour 44. Today we're going to work on bag J, and this should take us, well, we're doing it pretty much from start to finish, and this should take us just shy of 6 hours. It is 5:30 right now, 5:30 p.m. I'm really hoping I can get this done and be in bed by midnight. Fingers crossed. Day 23 update. Yesterday we got bag J completed. It took 5 hours and 35 minutes. And today I want to get bag B, C, and D top stitched. Let's see how it goes. Day 24 update. So yesterday we got bag B, C, and D top stitched. It took about an hour and change per bag, so 3 hours and 34 minutes total. Today on the 24th, we are going to turn and pin bag I and top stitch bag E. Day 25 update. Yesterday we got bags E and I completed. E needed to be top stitched and I needed to be turned and top stitched. It took about an hour and change per item, and it took 3 hours 21 minutes total. So today, fingers crossed, is going to be the final day. We have 1, 2, 3 bags remaining that need to be top stitched. So again, about 3 hours and change of work. We are so close to being done. Bags F, G, and H have been top stitched. It took about an hour and change per bag. So the last thing to do is to do the strawberry ones, which I felt like there were so many, but I looked through all the bags twice. There's only this one and this one, so I guess there's only 2. So I'm going to make sure that it's the best pattern on the exterior, and I'm going to get those sewn up. Okay, this is what I was trying to explain with the jar openers. So like this is the strawberry pattern, right? So these 2 are the best ones for the exterior because I want something where the pattern is going to be as central as possible. So like this one's really good. And then these ones, the pattern is a little further in. Like these 2, it's a little too close to the edge that it's going to like go off the edge. So like these are all good patterns because they're very dense. This pattern is a little too spread out, right? Like this one might be okay, but the majority of the jar opener is just gonna be blank. So that's why these 2 are best to be covered up with the shelf liner. So that's what I was trying to say. Okay, this is time for our last calendar update. We finished the 2 strawberries. It took 14 minutes to do these from start to finish. So I have gone ahead and added those times to all of the different steps. And in the next clip, we'll talk about how long this whole project took. Why, hello there. It is February 27th, and we have all of the jar openers done. I cannot believe that we completed this project before the end of February. Did I say January 26th? If I said January 26th, I meant February 26th. I'm so proud of myself for getting this project done early. I'm getting this video edited and posted, this final clip filmed as well, and it's going to be up before the end of February, which is so awesome. I think last year doing more than 600 and this year like perfecting my system definitely made it much more efficient. So let me show you what each bag looks like. And in the first clip of this video, when like they kept falling over, when I'm not on camera with you guys, I do lay the bags down like stacked. It's just not as pretty when I'm in the video. So I would rather show them to you like a file system. But like I said, when I'm not on camera, I just have them upright, but it's not as pretty looking. Okay, so this is bag A, which I have the piece of paper from when we did the live together. So this is bag A, and I am going to take them all out of the bags after this clip. Let me do it this way. This is bag B, C, D, E. So like this is how I had them while I was working on them. That doesn't look as pretty if I go to show you. You can only see one bag. All right. F, G, H, I, and J. Okay, so we are going to go bag by bag and we are going to talk numbers, as well as we are going to start looking at all of the patterns, because I want to figure out how many new patterns of each type did we create. Okay. Oh, let me show you the trash real quick. Okay, ignore this noise for a second. This is all of the trash from trimming the shelf liner. Then these two are the trash from trimming the directional and non-directional prints. And I did show all of these in the prep video. There we go. There we go. And then last up, these are all the trimmings from when I was working on the jar openers, when I trimmed them before I turned them right side out. This is all the trimmings from that. So this is how much trash is produced for grocery bags to make 600 jar openers. All right, let's switch this aside and let's see bag A. I think it's this one, right? All right. Here is what the monthly chart looks like. So I used a different color pen for each step. There's 5 steps. There is pinning, sew in pin, tag and trim, turn in pin, and top stitch. And on day 1, I did all of the pinning for all the bags. That was to make sure that I had exactly 60 in every single bag. And then there were 2 weekend days where I did a bag from start to finish. One of them I did it on the live, which was bag A. So we've already done this one together. I also have here my chart of all of my stats from start to finish. Okay, so what are these? Oh, those are good for when I go to take pictures. And if you want to know how to make jar openers, I do have a tutorial and a pattern linked down below. If you want to just support me and support this video, you can subscribe, hit the like button, or purchase the pattern. All of those are great ways to support the channel. All right, we are going to separate these guys into some different categories. And what's funny is that's actually what these little pieces of paper are. We've got seasonal and food, hobbies, floral and rainbow, animals, and dogs and cats. So you guys can't see these. Even if I tried, I don't think you're going to be able to see them. But this is how I'm going to separate. I already pretty much separated them into these categories once I got done with each bag. That way it would be easier. Sorry, I'm having a hard time comprehending doing both at the same time. One second. All right. All right. Oh, food is supposed to go here. Food. Food. Okay. Animals, dogs and cats. Okay, sorry, I could not talk and separate them at the same time. It wasn't working. Okay, for our animal prints for this bag, we've got bees, 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 and chickens. And then for our dogs and cats for the first bag, we've got paw prints, different words, like a heart pattern, florals and paw prints, and then these like Christmas dogs. Then for seasonal and food, we have watermelon, apples and pears, popsicles, and some little Easter chicks. That's really hard to see. Some little Easter chicks. Okay, we have nothing for hobbies from this bag. Oh, this was supposed to be in the other pile. Coffee. That should go in the food pile. All right, the next pile is rainbow. So that just means like patterns, and then floral. All right. Okay. So floral, we have this like little like 60s pattern, and then we have this blue. That actually should have gone with the patterns. Okay. Another floral. Floral, pattern, 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 and then I already showed you the blue one. Okay, and then these ones should have gone in the seasonal. We have some like autumn leaves, snowflakes, snowflakes. So those should have gone in the seasonal. Okay, and I am going to keep two separate piles for the ones that say two words. So floral, rainbow, seasonal, food, and then dogs and cats. I think all of these are dog, okay? And then animals. Okay, so bag A took us a grand total of 270 minutes. That is the one that we did on camera together. And it was 5 hours and 47 minutes. I'm not going to know the hours and the minutes for all the bags because I only wrote it down in minutes on my chart here because it was easier to add together the minutes. Okay, where's bag B? All right, so this is bag B. Bag B took us, I must not have wrote that down correctly. So bag A took 270 minutes. Oh, I know. Not 270 minutes. I was looking at my chart wrong. Step 1, pinning took 270 minutes. Okay, bag A took 5 hours and 47 minutes. I don't know the totals for each bag because I didn't write it down. I'm sorry about that. Okay, bag B took us 44 minutes for step 1, so pinning. 83 minutes for step 2, which is sew and pin, 97 minutes for tag and trim, 43 minutes for turn and pin, and 78 minutes for top stitching. And here is our pile. So let's see here. All right. All right, we've got this section for food. We have watermelon. We have hot dogs, watermelon again, so those should be next to each other. This Italy pattern and some donuts. So we'll put that in the food. And then we've got our flowers. So that same pattern that we saw last time, same pattern we saw last time, same pattern we saw last time. New pattern, sunflowers. New pattern, just like a fall looking pattern. And then another new pattern. So those are all our florals. Then we have these two seasonal like fall leaves. We have this flying pigs pattern, so that's the animals pattern, animals pile. Then we have a bunch for the rainbow, the rainbow pile. So we have a cheetah print, plaid, like a polka dot type thing. The blue we've already seen, new blue, a new blue, gray, a bright color, pink, which I think we've seen before, polka dot I think we've seen before, red. This has like little leaves. Dots or bubbles, like a crazy looking, maybe Mandela type pattern, like circles. Okay, and those are all that go in the rainbow pile. And then this big pile here is our seasonal pile. So we've got some 4-leaf clovers. We have a flag pattern, snowflakes, dog. So I actually had that other dog. I'm gonna put this in the dog pile. Snowman, Santa, snowflake, Santa again, and gnomes. I'm gonna put the Santas together. All right. Okay, so those are all of our seasonals. And then bag C. Okay, these are a lot of the same repeat patterns. Okay, every single one of these we've seen before, so I'm just gonna go through this speed style. We have seasonal, we have flowers, and we have food. Okay, and then in the other pile, this is not laying flat. It's like bugs and bees. Alrighty, so we've got animal, dog, animal, right, animals, dog, then we've got some seasonal, and then the rest of these are just rainbow. So that was bag C. Bag C took 24 minutes to pin, 80 minutes to sew and pin, 89 minutes to tag and trim, 70 minutes to turn and pin, and 69 minutes to top stitch. Okay, next up is bag D. Okay, once again, there are no new there are a couple new patterns. Okay. So we've got the leaves, flowers, hot dog, donut, flying pig, flag, snowman, the dog one, snowflake, 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 Santa, Santa, gnome. All right, so all of those are repeats. We've seen this song and dance before. Okay, we'll put the fall ones up there. Animal, food, flower. Okay, now in this one, all of these we've seen before. These are the only new ones. So this one has like eagles on it. There's like little geometric pattern and like a geometric pattern again. Okay, the rest of these we have seen before. Seen this song and dance before. Trying to make sure this overall video isn't too crazy long. I have no idea how long it is right now. All right. So those are all of the rainbow. Rainbow. And then these guys are flower. All right, we are on to bag E. Did I say bag D? Bag D was 21 minutes to pin and sew, or sorry, pin, 81 minutes to sew and pin, 105 minutes to tag and trim, 114 minutes to turn and pin, and 66 minutes to top stitch. All right, and now we are on to bag E. This one has some new patterns because this is our first directional print pattern, directional print bag. Okay. Start off on this side. We've got strawberry, happy birthday, gnomes, gardening, feathers, leaves, diagonal, stripe, whatever that's called, triangles, American flag, Christmas print, Christmas print, Christmas print, little Christmas geese, Christmas flamingos, Christmas pigs, Christmas dinosaurs, Christmas reindeer, Christmas village like Santa's workshop, another Santa pattern, gingerbread houses. So we've got a lot of seasonal in this pile. So far, seasonal is our tallest pile, and it's about to fall over. I don't have a single thing in hobby so far. Okay, we've got food, and this one's seasonal too. These ones are seasonal too, and then these guys are pattern. Okay, yeah, so far, season, or I don't know if you can tell, but seasonal is higher. Like this is, it's like a camera angle thing, right? Because this is where this is. So it's lower. All right. And then the next pile, we've got cats, 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 dogs, 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 dog, dog, bunny, wilderness animals, horses, dinosaur, dinosaur, food, makeup, sports balls again, construction trucks, beer, astronaut, and sports balls. Okay, so this one is food. This one is food. The rest of these are hobbies. So we have our first start of the little hobby pile. Then we've got food. Then we've got cats and dogs. I am very concerned about the dog cat situation. I feel like we definitely do not have enough. Yeah. Okay, so that was bag E. Bag E took 23 minutes to pin, 84 minutes to sew and pin, 105 minutes to tag and trim, 70 minutes to turn and pin, and 72 minutes to top stitch. So now we are on to bag F. All right, we have got nothing but repeats. Okay, everything that you saw in the last bag, we're doing it all again. It's all, or I'm sorry, there's one new pattern in here. Okay, hold on. This is the only new pattern in this bag. So, rapid fire. Pattern, 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 boom, 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 boom. These are gonna fall. Boom. I almost lost my grip there. Oh my gosh. Spoke too soon. All right. Boom. 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 All right. Can we put more on our seasonal pile, or is it gonna fall? It is quite precarious at this point. I should have separated seasonal into Christmas and non-Christmas. It's a little scary right now. It's a little too tall. Okay, and then in our other pile, again, all repeats except for that one cat pattern. We've got food, food, makeup, trucks, sports balls, sports balls, sports balls, astronaut, dinosaur, wilderness, cats. I missed one. Cat. I don't know if we had that cat one in the other one. Cat. 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 Dog. 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 Okay. I'm also so curious when we get done separating all the bags and mixing them all together. And then I'm going to count. I'm going to then sort every pile. And we're going to see how many of each thing is in each pile. And I'm very curious. Okay. Bag F took 27 minutes to pin, 84 minutes to sew and pin, 118 minutes to tag and trim, 75 minutes to turn and pin, and 69 minutes to top stitch. Here is bag G. Okay. Once again, there is nothing new. All right, the last two bags were the same thing. So speed round. Boom, boom, boom. Oh, boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. Okay. Hobbies, animals, cats, dogs. Okay. Once again, these are all patterns that we've already seen. And you may be wondering, why is there such, why are the patterns all spread out throughout the bags? It's the way that I cut them and that they're in the piles before I put them in the bags. And I'm not explaining this well. When I cut them in a grid, right? And so then there's four, 1, 2, 3, 4 of each pattern. So I'm not going to go through the pile then and find each of the 4 patterns and put them all in the same bag. That would take way too long. So that is why you see repeats of the patterns throughout the bags. Plus it helps to not have a bag be all the same pattern, because otherwise I would get so bored and I would not want to work on that bag any longer. All right, we're putting more on the seasonal. This is gonna fall by the end. I'm guaranteeing it. Oh my gosh. I just hope it falls backwards and not forwards. All right, we have 3 bags left. G, H. All right, bag H took us 26 minutes to pin, 90 minutes to sew and pin, 120 minutes to tag and trim, 78 minutes to turn and pin, and H, 63 minutes to top stitch. Alrighty. Woo! I knew it. All right. We are just going to start a secondary, whoop, oops. I didn't say that. All right. We are starting a secondary pile back here. Okay, I think these are all repeats. This one is new. Okay, we have 1 new pattern, guys. Actually 2, I think. I don't think you guys have seen this B one. I think you saw the other B ones, but I don't think you've seen that one. So, woohoo! Exciting. Speed around. Doo-doo-doo. Alrighty. Oh. Cat. I don't know if you've seen that one before. Cat. I don't know if you've seen that one before. So I think there are a couple new ones in this pile. I don't know if you can read this one. It says happy birthday or party and stuff like that. I think this one's new. I don't think you've seen that one. I think that one's new too. All right. Oh, we're coming up on a new one. Look at this one, guys. Ooh, ah. If you said ooh, ah before I said it, pat yourself on the back. Good job. Okay. Alrighty. So that was that bag. Got all these seasonal guys. Food patterns. Okay, H-I. Second to last bag. I took 25 minutes to pin, 94 minutes to sew and pin, 106 minutes to tag and trim, 70 minutes to turn and pin, and 64 minutes to top stitch. This is the fastest one that H was the fastest one I top stitched at 63 minutes. Ooh, we've got some new patterns. Check this out. We've got this new flower pattern. We've seen that one before. Seen that one before. Seen that one before. Seen it. Seen it. Seen it. New. Ooh, ah. New. This one's like little tiny pattern. Don't know if we've seen that one. New. I don't think that one's new. I don't think that one's new. We've seen that one. Seen it. Seen it. New. Uh-oh. This pile's getting pretty large too. I'm also not stacking it very well, so that doesn't help either. All right, we've seen the strawberries. We've not seen that coffee pattern before. We've seen that coffee pattern. We've seen the watermelon. Seen it. Seen it. New. New. Seen it. Seen it. Seen it. Seen it. Seen it. Seen it. New. Ooh. New. 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 Seen it. New. Seen it. New. I know I'm annoying. All right, put these seasonal ones over here. I think that one's seasonal. What do mermaids classify as? I'm just gonna put them in animals. All right, last bag, bag J. This one took 20 minutes to pin. So that's our fastest bag to pin. 97 minutes to sew and pin, 105 minutes to tag and trim, 68 minutes to turn and pin, and 71 minutes to top stitch. All right, we can get rid of all of our bags. And I will use these over and over again. Okay. I think these are all patterns we've seen before. Oh, we've got a new pattern in here. Are you excited, guys? Okay. This stack is all ones we've seen before. Oh, I just did the same pattern twice. I'm trying to, like, if there's multiple, grab the stack of multiples and pull them away so you don't have to look at them. All right, I think I just did that one twice. All right. Dun, dun, dun. Oh my gosh. All right. Reindeer, or just deer, bees, mermaids. Like I said, I'm just putting mermaids and animals. I don't know. Okay, this one has at least one new one. Actually, it has two new ones. Ooh. All right. Fireworks. New. Ooh. Oh. All right, we've seen that guy. New. Ooh. Okay, those are seasonal. Okay. And our last pattern. Yay! Okay, absolutely without a doubt, the biggest pattern is the seasonal. Whoa. Okay, this is the seasonal pattern, and this is the pattern pile pattern. It's gonna fall. All right. I am now going to end this clip and I'm going to put it on a time lapse so you can watch me sort them all. And then we will talk in a minute here once I've got them all sorted. Okay, so they are all sorted now. We've got the hobby pile, florals, rainbow, dogs, cats, animal, food, seasonal that's not Christmas, and then this is Christmas. So Christmas is absolutely the biggest pile. Well, I take that back. If rainbow was stacked, that would be the highest pile. So these are all the ones that are just like patterns or colors. So this one is absolutely the highest one. So variety of patterns in each pile. In the dog pile, where is that? In the dog pile, we've got 12 different patterns. In the cat pile, we have 9 patterns, which is very concerning. That is not enough at all. In the animal pile, we have 16 different patterns. In the seasonal pile, so the non-Christmas pile, we have 16 different patterns. In the Christmas pile, we have 19 different patterns. In the food pile, we have 12 different patterns. In the flower pile, there are 10 different patterns. And then in the hobby pile, or the rainbow pile, so these two, there are 28 different patterns. And in the hobby pile, there are 7 different patterns. So in total, there are 129 new patterns represented. Some of these are patterns that I had last year and I've sold them, and so now they're gonna restock. I think maybe 1 or 2 of them I might have like 1 or 2 jar openers left. But I would have to pull all my jar openers out there buried deep in the closet. I need to pull them out and incorporate all of these new ones. Some math that we didn't talk about. So in total, to do the first step of this process, to pin them, took 270 minutes. To sew and pin took 847 minutes. To tag and trim took 1,041 minutes. To turn and pin took 762 minutes. To top stitch took 688 minutes. So drum roll please. In the month of February, this took 3,608 minutes, which is 60 hours and 8 minutes. And I completed this in 24 days. Now, there are other steps that are not incorporated in the like actual sewing process. So like step 1 is going out and buying fabric and driving to and from the store. I have no idea, because these fabrics came from so many different trips, so many different purchases. That number is obscure. I have no idea. The first number I do know is serging all of these fabrics took me 3 hours and 30 minutes. Then I washed them, so put them in the washer, put them in the dryer, and then folded them. I'm going to estimate that each pile took me about an hour because when I go and, when I got done serging them, I sorted them by color, and that's how I had 6 piles. Then I put each pile in the washing machine, and then when I took it from the washer to the dryer, every single piece of fabric, I pulled it completely out so that it would be not wrinkled, put it in the dryer, and sometimes it took 2 cycles on the dryer, and then I pulled it out of the dryer and I folded every single piece nicely. So that's why I'm estimating each load took me an hour to do. I'm not counting like the time it took to tumble. I'm talking the time it took me to touch the fabric. So we're going to estimate 6 hours for washing and drying. Ironing took 9 hours and 9 minutes. Cutting took 10 hours and 30 minutes. Sorting and putting them into the alphabetical bags took 30 minutes. Pinning took 4 hours and 30 minutes. Sew and pin took 14 hours and 7 minutes. Tag and trim took 17 hours and 21 minutes. Turn and pin took 12 hours and 42 minutes. And top stitching took 11 hours and 28 minutes. So drum roll please, this entire project of the numbers that I do have, it took me 89 hours and 38 minutes. So almost 90 hours to do this project, which is about 8.94 minutes per jar opener. So exactly what I estimated before. It's about 8.5, 9 minutes to do each jar opener. Now each one of the bags took me about like 5 to 6 hours, 5.5, 6 hours. So I definitely was a lot more efficient per bag. And I am definitely going to use the 10 bag system for next year. Next year, February starts on a Monday or Tuesday, so it doesn't start on a weekend. So that is going to make it a little bit more difficult. But I do feel confident that we will get this done. I completed the final bag on the 25th. However, there was one day that I did not work on these at all. So I completed this project in 24 days. Some other trash I was going to show you. So this is not all of it, but this is the like snips of thread from one jar opener to the next when I'm top stitching. So like I'm very efficient when I top stitch, and this is still how much is wasted between each jar opener, even though I'm chain stitching. Threads, these two threads still have some thread on them. Bobbins, I didn't use the black ones, but this was full of tan. This is how many bobbins are left. We have 3 tan bobbins and 8 white bobbins. Here are some of the empty thread spools. I did not use this thread spool at all, this tan. I did not use this thread spool at all either. So these 4 all got used completely. So we have 250 meters, 500 meters, 250, and 100. So this is 1,000. So we used over 1,100 meters to completion, right? These are completely gone. But obviously there's quite a lot gone on these rolls as well, the spools as well. We went through 4 needles. So there are 5 needles in a pack. So that means I went through an entire pack of needles. Pins. I thought I had 600 of the pins in my container here, but I did not. So on the last bag, I had to use my other pins. We did go through quite a lot of the tags. If you remember, this was like double the amount that it was before. The replacement parts for the sewing machine, I did not have to use them at all. My sewing machine was perfectly fine. Did not have to use it, which was fantastic. I think that is all of the data points that I had for you. I think that's everything I have. If there's anything else you'd like to know about this project, please let me know in the comment section down below. If we do not do any craft shows in the fall, then we will do another round of 600 jar openers in the fall before we do the 600 jar opener challenge in February. If we do it in the winter, or in the fall, whatever, like after September, I have a feeling it's going to be so much easier because like I did this in 24 days. So if I had a month that actually had 30 or 31 days and had more weekend days, I would be able to get a lot more done. And I definitely want to do more dog, cat, floral, and food probably, and animals. I would say those are the sections that are lacking. We've got plenty of Christmas, don't need to worry about that. And we've got plenty of generic patterns. When I combine these with what I already have done, I do want to look and like go through the rainbow like Roy G. Biv and make sure I have every color represented. I don't necessarily sort by color, but I want to make sure I have every color represented because there are people that love their color. Like they're like, oh, I'm a purple person. I love purple things. So I want to make sure that I do have every color available. I don't believe I have orange because right here, Roy G. Biv, red. We've got red right here. I don't believe that there's orange in this pile at all. Why? Yellow. There's not yellow in that pile, but I do have yellow with the bees. So, and yellow with the happy birthday as well. And this kind of counts as yellow. So, I'll give myself half points for yellow. G, green. There's a bunch of green down here at the bottom. Roy G. Biv, green, blue, plenty of blue, and V, violet, purple, got plenty of that. So yellow and orange, I don't know if I have. And even on my shelf back here, I don't have orange. I have some orange for like Halloween. So, I have orange for Halloween. This one's like an orangish pattern. So anyways, so it's helpful when I get all of the patterns together and go through different things like that. Also go through like primary animals, like pigs, cow, horse, birds. People really like birds, well, obviously dogs and cats. But it's helpful, bees, chickens, It's helpful to like go through those primary categories and see what I have. Dinosaurs, which I know I already have a bunch of those. So anyways, I just need to like put them together. Oh, you know what? For orange, I do have the ones from the fall batch. So I do have every color represented, I guess. So I'm just talking for no reason. Anyways, I know this video is already going to be super long. If there's anything else you'd like to know about my process, if there's anything that you could think I could do better and make it more efficient for the next time, please let me know in the comment section down below. Thank you so much for coming along on this journey. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, and have a wonderful day.